Adventures in Pixieland presents your daily energy reading. Today's astrological forecast for September 12th, 2023 is the waning crescent moody moon in passionate Leo, square disruptive Uranus, retrograde in foundational Taurus. Likely there will be clashes today. It might make you frustrated. Try putting yourself in their shoes. Today's Elder Futhark Daily Rune for September 12th, 2023 is Manaz. Manaz. The letter M. The meaning humanity, mankind, association, awareness, the self, knowledge, collective consciousness of humanity. Today, your focus is on your understanding of self and what you bring to the rest of humanity. Everyone's gifts are unique. All people have value. Make sure you place value on yourself as well as others. Today's daily romance angel oracle card for September 12th, 2023 is Trust. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. In response to your question, the romance angels are asking you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading the way to beautiful romantic love that you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it is leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people. This truly is a situation where, with faith, all things are possible. Today's daily Fairy Wisdom Oracle card for September 12th, 2023 is Human Myth. Card 63, The Human Myth. Connection. Read an inspirational story today. The Dragon Fairy is reading about the human myth. She is sure we do exist, but sometimes she needs a little reassurance to keep her faith going. She knows that spirit exists as she is very conscious of her connection to nature and creation. The human myth is that we are separate from spirit. This is a story that we humans tend to tell ourselves. We must recognize our unity with all else in existence. What a pity to waste such time denying our own place in the universe. Sometimes our daily reality gets in the way of being able to feel our connection with spirit. This is when we need to read an inspirational book, or do some meditating, or maybe just walk in the woods and build that connection with everything else around us. That all that vibrates, that we are all connected. Everything that you do has an effect on all else in the universe. All action and thought set up a vibration that continues long after the event is forgotten. Yes, you do exist, and you are connected to spirit and all of creation. Remember that with a single thought, you start a process of creating. Create something wonderful for yourself. All of creation will reap the benefits. Your chant. Fairies dear, fairies sweet, if by chance we soon should meet, it is true that I do be, leave your realm and come to see. Beat your wings as you retreat, and I will feel the air. I'll know that you do come to greet, and I will meet you there. So be it. Today's daily starseed oracle card for September 12th, 2023 is The Courageous Peony. The Courageous Peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are, and they trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted, true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There is a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it is safe to embody all of who you truly are. It is safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You may be afraid of what others think. But with each passing day, it becomes easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. Your starseed soul inquiry: how are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? Today's daily Priestess of Light Oracle card for September 12th, 2023 is Adjustment. Adjustment. Looking back, moving forward. The Priestess of Wisdom pauses, looking over her shoulder as she receives owl guidance about adjustments to be made before moving forward. This card marks a pause in your energy, a time to contemplate what changes, if any, would be beneficial. Reflection and course correction are now wiser than charging full steam ahead. The owl has extraordinary vision. It can adjust its focus from telescopic to microscopic in an instant. In fact, it is always adjusting, always ready to redirect its path for a more effective result. This card is suggesting that you do the same. Review your previous choices to determine what has worked for you. Look ahead to see what changes can accelerate your plan's fruition. This could call for some patience and courage, for you may have to shift or even abandon the path that has been your primary focus. But take note of the bright light from the right, the future, pouring into the Priestess of Wisdom's left hand, the hand of receiving, as well as the orbs there and at her third eye. She is guided in adjustment by clarity and the vision of the owl, as well as being directed into the future by the lights and the orbs of the spirit world. You too can be so guided when you let yourself stop, reconsider, adjust, and move peacefully forward with trust. Your affirmation: it is safe for me to stop and reconsider my path and process. I am patient and courageous in the choices and changes that I make.
Your daily energy reading for September 12th, 2023 is the astrology is telling you that you might get upset by someone today. Try changing your perspective. Manaz says you have a unique gift to share with the world, so shine on. The Romance Oracle asks that you put some faith and trust into the idea that they are working on your behalf, even if you can't see it happening. The fairies remind you that you are always connected to spirit. The Starseed Oracle reminds you that you don't need to be less so others feel like they're more. The Priestess of Light Oracle asks that you make course corrections now. So if you end up with some sort of argument or some sort of disagreement or whatever it is, just you get very frustrated by something, and maybe it's not a person, maybe it's a place, a thing, an object, whatever, that makes you really upset, you need to change your perspective on that. Okay, you need to course correct. You need to remember that your thoughts and your feelings are the intentions you're putting into the world. Okay, so when we're manifesting, and I think this is a part where people get caught up, a lot of people like to think they're only manifesting if they're sitting there going, and I ask for this thing, and I manifest that, and I am totally focused in this intention right now, being very positive and wanting this thing. And because I've said this right now in just this second, that is all, and you'll manifest that for me. And well, there's some truth to that. It's also about the rest of you staying in alignment the rest of the time. What you feel very strongly, you also manifest into the world. What you think about repeatedly, you also manifest into the world. So when you get frustrated, you have to find a way to rebalance. It can be very time consuming for yourself to rebalance. It can be very time consuming until you get good at it anyway. It can be very time consuming for spirit. Spirit works in divine timing. They got to maneuver around a lot of stuff. Everybody's got to be in elevation at the exact same time. You might be ready for romance, but if your partner hasn't done the work yet, the person you're supposed to be with next, then there's not much they can do there. Timing, it's divine timing. They are always working on our behalves because they are always hearing our thoughts, always perceiving our feelings, always perceiving what we want, which is why we must get clear and why we must stay in balance. That way, we're consistently giving them the same message of what we want, and they can deliver it to us